Do you find yourself looking for the perfect bottle of wine to go along with your next donut-filled brunch, but you're not sure where to begin? Well, I have got you covered. My name is Tiffany, and I am so excited you're here. I help busy millennials create healthy meals in minutes without stress and overwhelm. And for those of you adults out there looking to indulge just a little bit every once in a while, I also offer beverage pairing recommendations to go along with these quick, easy recipes. Check out my link in the description below and follow me on social media for daily tips, tricks, and inspiration. And while you're there, download your copy of my free wine and food pairing guide to help you create the ultimate pairing experience right away today. In this video, we are going to cover 7 common donut varieties and which wines are going to pair best with each of those donuts. And that's not all. I also have a super simple strategy to help you implement the basics of food and wine pairing right away today. So be sure to stick around until the end. Let's get started. So the first donut variety that we are going to jump into is your traditional old-fashioned cake or glazed donut. Now these donuts are delicious, simple, yet satisfy that craving. And because of their simplicity, we want another wine that is going to match that level of simplicity. So your best option to go along with these cake and glazed filled donuts is going to be a Zinfandel. Now you can do the traditional red or a pink Zin, depending on your preference, but they're both going to go very well with that old-fashioned cake glazed donut. Now another common variety is cinnamon sugar, and oftentimes we eat these more in a donut hole option than the actual donut with the hole. Now for these cinnamon sugar combinations, we want an equally complex wine that is going to not only balance the sweetness, but also the spiciness of that cinnamon. So your best options to go along with a cinnamon sugar is going to be a Pinot Noir. Now, if you are adding some fresh berries to that cinnamon sugar donut, create a little bit more of a balanced meal, the Pinot Noir is going to be an excellent combination to match the fruitiness of those fresh berries as well. Now, before we dive into a few more donut and wine combinations, I want to hear from you. What is your favorite donut variety? Drop it in the comments below. I look forward to seeing what you put and offering some recommendations to go along with that donut for your next gathering. Now, another popular donut option is chocolate, and this can be a baked chocolate donut, the cake donut, or some chocolate frosting. With all things chocolate, you want to have a bold red wine that is going to match the bold and creaminess of those chocolate flavors. So your best options for a wine to go with a chocolate donut will be a Syrah or a Cabernet Sauvignon. Now you might find yourself with a berry frosted donut, maybe even with chunks of fresh berries mixed into the batter. So with this fruitiness, we want to have an equally fruity wine with just a hint of citrus to accent the sweetness without overpowering it. So your best option to go with your berry frosted donuts is a Sauvignon Blanc. Now, you may also find yourself with a lemon frosted or even a lemon poppy seed. And with those citrus notes of the donut, we want to have an equally citrus yet crisp white wine to go along with that. So your best option is going to be a Chardonnay if you're looking to accent the creamy, buttery vanilla flavors, or a Riesling to further accent the citrus notes of the donut. And that is up to you and which flavors you are hoping to accent. Now, before we dive into the last 2 donut varieties, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button. I'm dropping videos like this every week, and I would hate for you to miss out on the next tip or trick or behind the scenes look inside my tasting room. Now, one that I have always loved since I was a little kid is a jelly-filled donut. Now, these could be a lemon jelly or strawberry, cherry, so many possibilities. But with those jelly-filled donuts, you want an equally fruity, powerful wine to go along with the powerful flavors of that filling. So your best options to go along with these jelly-filled donuts, whether they have frosting or not, are a rosé or a Pinot Noir. And going along with those filled creations is a cream-filled. Think Bavarian cream. So rich, creamy, powerful flavors. You want to have an equally powerful wine to go along with that cream filling. Any traditional wine is going to be thrown on the back burner. That donut is going to take over. So your best option to go with a cream-filled donut is a traditional port. Now, if you are ready to keep this momentum going, definitely click below to download your copy of my free food and wine pairing guide, but also remember these 3 tips. Now, your first tip is red matches red, white matches white. This is a general rule that's correct about 80% of the time. So what it means is red wines are going to pair best with your red meats and tomato-based pasta dishes. White wines are going to pair best with your white meats and cheesy garlic cream pasta dishes. But like I said, not always the case. So that brings us to number 2, which is consider your sides and seasonings. Your side dishes are going to influence which wine is going to pair best with the entire meal, not just the main course. So if you find yourself with a fresh salad, grilled veggies, you want to have a red wine to go along with everything and bring it together. If that side dish is more of a garlic or herb seasoned vegetable, maybe some garlic mashed potatoes, a white wine is going to be your better option to bring the full meal together for a well-rounded experience. And tip number 3, sweet likes heat. If you find yourself with a spicy dish such as Mexican cuisine or Indian curry, you want to have a sweet wine, either red or white, depending on what you're serving, but a sweet wine to help balance out the spiciness so that way one does not overpower the other and instead they balance each other out and complement. If you're wanting to accent the spiciness and make it even spicier, grab yourself a dry wine and it'll do just that. Now, if you're ready to wow your friends for your next pairing experience, check out my link in the description below and download your copy of my free food and wine pairing guide today.